Hello everyone and welcome to this, obviously a re-upload. I fucked up on the egg making part. There's a tiny bit right at the start of the egg making you need to pay attention to. I'll tell you guys now and I'll tell you guys again later, just in case. The egg making process is the same as it was, except when you first open Pokegym, before you do anything else, when you just opened it just to, make your egg sort of thing, you'll be on the main menu or not, go to the top, go to options, go to target game and set it to Diamond/Pearl, and then just go through and do it as normal. If you don't do this, the nickname gets fucked up. I didn't know this at all. Anyway, here's the same video again. Hopefully if you guys watched the video yesterday, or whenever it went up, you guys will know how to do the rest of it. If you didn't, watch the rest of it through and I'll tell you again later on. Okay. What's up guys, TheOneIntegral here and welcome to the announcement video for my next Let's Play. As you may be able to tell from the title, I'm going to be doing a Pokémon Diamond Egglocke. Now I'm sure most of you know what an Egglocke is and have submitted eggs to one in the past, but for those who don't, I'm going to be going over the rules and clauses I'm going to be using quickly, and then I'm going to show you guys how to send me some eggs. So, the three main rules for an Egglocke are as follows. Number 1. When a Pokemon faints, it is classed as a death, and the Pokemon then has to be released or put in the PC box exclusively for dead Pokemon. This is the general rule for all Nuzlockes. The second rule, which is also general for all Nuzlockes, is that you can only catch the first Pokemon you encounter in any area throughout the game. So the first Pokemon you encounter each route, each town, whatever, you attempt to catch it. If you don't catch it, then that's it. That's your encounter for the area done. And then the Egglocke specific rule is number 3, any Pokemon you catch must be swapped for an egg that is in the PC. The eggs will be donated by subscribers, you guys. I'm also, as I said, going to be using a few clauses in this Egglocke, namely the species or dupes clause, which allows me to rehatch an egg if I've previously used the Pokemon or its evolution line. So for example, if I hatch a Ralts at some point and use that until it's a Curlier and then it faints, if I hatch another Ralts later on in the Egglocke, I can then rehatch because I've already had a Ralts sort of thing. I will, however, be abstaining from this when it comes to Eevee due to the many possibilities for it. Obviously, if you use it once and evolve it into Jolteon, you can use it again, it evolves into Flareon, Vaporeon, which are almost completely different Pokemon, or different in typing at least. It's not the same typing, it's not the same line sort of thing. I'll also be using the Shiny clause, which allows me to catch and use a Shiny Pokemon if I encounter one in the wild. It's unlikely that I will, but in the rare case that I do, I can try and catch it, and if I do, I can use it on my team. So that's it for the rules. Now on to how to send me eggs. I'm going to be walking you through the process with a bit of a video. Okay guys, so as I mentioned at the start, there'll be a tiny little thing we need to do now. We go to options, target game, and set it to Diamond Pearl please, and that's all you need to do. So back to me to take the rest of it away. Okay guys, so now I'm going to show you how to send me an egg, or how to make an egg to send to me. There'll be a link at the top of the description, or somewhere in the description, to download Pokegen or Pokemon Generator, which is what you're seeing on screen now, and that's what you use to make your eggs for me. Quick sort of thing, how many eggs can you send? I'm saying 2 or 3. You can send 1 if you want. Don't have to send more than 1. You can just send 1 if you want. But 3 is maximum. I'm saying 3 is the maximum you're going to get put into the ROM. It might go down to 2 depending on how many eggs I get. So 2 or 3 is how many you make in general. Please don't make like 20 and send them to me, because then I'll get too many eggs. It'll be unfair on other people who won't have as much chance of getting their egg picked. Anyway. So, we have here Pokegen. So, you want to start off, just as soon as you open it, this is exactly what you'll see on the main tab. That's what we need to start off with. The first row here is the PID number, which we need to ignore for the moment. We'll come back to this later. Then we have the species. This is basically what Pokemon you want to send to me. Obviously we're doing an Egglocke here, so please don't send me evolved Pokemon in the eggs, or legendaries, which including Fione, otherwise they will go in the illegals box. So I'm saying no legendaries, no Fione, and obviously no evolved Pokemon. So any base Pokemon you can put in here. Let me just choose the Pokemon. I'm gonna put a, obviously they have to be Gen 1 to 4, so don't end up putting a Gen 5 Pokemon in, because that won't be able to get used, will it guys? So let me send myself a Cyndaquil. Let's do that, because Cyndaquil's a pretty cool Pokemon. Okay, nickname wise for Cyndaquil. Nickname, please give it a nickname if you can, guys. You guys know I'm terrible at nicknames, so if you don't give it a nickname, your Pokemon is just going to end up being called something stupid, like, for example, Blaze, which is what I'm going to call this Cyndaquil. If you're putting a nickname in, please don't forget this box here, and please remember the nickname has to be 10 characters or less, otherwise it's going to be too long, and the nickname will just end up being a jumble of Japanese characters, and I'll have to name it myself. Experience should be at 0 and 1, so leave it there. Nature, please change the nature, guys. Please don't leave it as an adamant nature, because that gets really quite annoying. If you don't know nature's too much, you can hover your mouse over and you see this little speech bubble pops up, and it tells you what each nature does and sort of what stats it boosts. So, you know, you should be able to figure that out there. I'm going to give my Cyndaquil a timid nature, because it's a special attacker, so nice and fast. Held item, you can give it one if you want, but I don't mind, so you can leave it blank. Happiness, please, please, please leave this at 0. The happiness value determines how quickly the egg hatches. If it's at 0, it should hatch in 1 or 2 steps. If it's any higher, it's going to take me longer. If you change it, I'm going to be running around ages trying to hatch it, and eventually I will give up hatching your egg and put it back in the PC. So your egg won't get used at all. So if you actually want your egg used in the Let's Play, put the happiness as 0. Next up we have ability. Now to check the abilities available to the Pokemon, you need to go on either Boardpedia or Cerebi or any other Pokemon, you know, sort of Dex website, and check the abilities available to whatever Pokemon you are, you know, getting. Because this is Generation 4, hidden abilities are a no-go, so we have to go for the basic abilities, guys. So for example, for Cyndaquil, this is simply what's it called? Blaze, I'm pretty sure it's called. Is it Blaze? Yeah, it's Blaze. So it's exactly the same as his name, that's why I was a bit confused. And obviously ability, that's number 1 there. Country-wise, you can just select whatever. This doesn't matter. It does not matter to me at all. Origin, again, doesn't matter. I'm just going to set mine to Diamond for the sake of it. Shiny Leaf, you can leave because we're not actually using Shiny Leaf. Then you have a choice to make it male or female, so it's really up to you whether you want male or female. Egg, I'm going to put mine as male because why not? Then you need to tick the egg box here. You need to tick this box, otherwise it won't be an egg. You can also tick this box if you wanted it to be a shiny Pokemon, but this box alone won't make it shiny, guys, so you can tick it for now and we'll come back to this later. Pokerush, you can give it Pokerush if you want, but I'm not going to teach you guys how to figure it out because it's not too much of a worry to me. So once you're done with this sort of tab here, you can click on the Met tab at the top and you'll get this thing. Just click Matching Trainer Information there, select a game if you want, location, whatever you want as well, it doesn't really matter to me. For some reason set to black to white to, but it doesn't really matter at all. Just select whatever, it doesn't matter too much. Ball, whatever you want. Level, if it's gone from 2, just put it back to 1. And then date, whatever you want. Encounter, again, it's whatever you want, it doesn't matter. Faithful encounter, you can tick it if you want, and make sure the as egg box is ticked, please, because otherwise that's not gonna work exactly. So it needs to be short. As long as you tick the egg box here, this one definitely should be ticked. You can't untick it at all. So yeah, as long as you've done this bit right, you should be fine. After that, we go on the stats menu here. Now all I want you to do on this menu here is click randomize IVs, and that will randomize these IVs here. Leave the EVs out because otherwise that just gives me ridiculously overpowered Pokemon, and obviously I want to earn the EVs when I've on myself, not just from the start. So leave that man. Also leave the manual stats alone, because obviously if you give a Pokemon with 600 speed and it's level 1, I'm going to realise that, and then you're just not going to get it used because it's going to be illegal. Next up we have the attacks. Right, this is where you need to go back to the Pokédex menu on whatever site you're using and check the attack and the learn set. You need to make sure this is a Generation 4 learn set though, because obviously we're in Generation 4. Please don't go and just look at the Generation 6 one and give me moves and that from Generation 6, because otherwise it will be illegal and I won't end up using it. So you can just do this by putting a quick Google it for Cyndaquil, and then you can either go to Boardpedia or you can go to Cerebi. As I said, if you go to Cerebi, please make sure it's the Diamond Pearl version, not the XY, because they have a different page for each generation, whereas Boardpedia have a different learn set page for each generation. So if you're going on Boardpedia, or if you're on Cerebi, just find the Diamond Pearl one. You can look in the top, and it will say DP in the web address, and that will be in the right one. If you're on a Boardpedia, however, just scroll down to where it says learn set, and then you will see you're beyond Generation 6 of default, but then it will say other generations 2, 3, 4, 5. So click on the Generation 4 if you're using Boardpedia. Obviously if you're using Cerebi, as I said, you'll be on the right page anyway. So, the thing I want you to do, guys, you want to look at the starting moves for this Pokemon. So the moves it starts with. So the moves that Cyndaquil starts with in Generation 4 are Tackle. You can just type the move in here and you'll get Tackle come up. And also Leer is the other move it comes with. So those are the two moves it definitely has to have, the starting moves. Then you see we have 2 gaps here. You guys can leave these if you want. You don't have to touch them at all if you want. You can just leave me with Tackle and Leer if you really want to be that mean. But you can give it some egg moves if you want. So scroll down to the breeding section and you can sort of look what moves it gets via breeding and teach it 1 or 2 if you want. So for example, via breeding, Cyndaquil learns Flare Blitz. So I'm going to put Flare Blitz on it. So just type in Flare Blitz and it should go up there. As long as you type it right, it should just automatically lock onto the move there. Cyndaquil also can learn Thrash, so we'll give it Thrash as well. Not brilliant moves for Cyndaquil, but this is what we're going to give it. As you can see, the PP has automatically gone itself, you know, it's automatically updated itself there, given the right PP for the move. Leave that alone. If you change PP at all, again, it'll be illegal, and I have to, you know, get rid of the egg again, or get rid of the Pokemon. And same with PP ups, guys. Please don't put any PP ups on at all. Original Trainer Miscellaneous tab, you're not loading from a save file, so you can't do anything here. You can mark it with a circle or triangle or heart or star, whatever you want, or you can just leave it as B. It's really up to you, it doesn't matter too much to me. So once you're done with all that, you can go back to the main tab, and at the top where it says PID again, you need to click the F button here. This will load up this little menu, and you'll see all your information is already hidden in here. Health points, attack, defense, whatever, and then we've got these shiny boxes ticked here. Obviously, if you tick the shiny box down at the bottom, it's then going to fill this box in here. We have the right species, the right nature, the right gender. Ability doesn't matter because, well, some, you know, obviously it doesn't matter for Cyndaquil, but if it has 2 abilities, then obviously you might want to select one. I'm guessing 1 is the first one on board, PDS, 2 is the second one. I'm not quite sure though. Just gonna put it to 1 because why not? So once that's all loaded in there, you can click the search button down here and it will find you a number. So click this here and click OK. This number will load into here, and then your egg will be ready to file, save Pokemon from tabs. This box will open up to here to save it. Please don't save the eggs as just egg or egg 1 or egg 2, whatever. Please either use the nickname you gave it or just call it, you know, my, or, you know, put your name and, you know, name it 1, egg 2, whatever you want to call it. Please don't just call it egg though, because that gets really quite annoying having to have so many files called egg. So I'm going to call my egg Blaze because that's what it is, and you see it's default is save 136 byte PC Pokemon file. Ignore the other ones here. Please just leave it as the default and click save there. That will save your egg. And then obviously if you want to go and make another egg for me, as I said, maximum of 2 or 3, just delete the PID number here and just run through and go through again, and then, you know, just do that stuff there. So now it's back to me to tell you guys how to send me the eggs, I guess. So thank you to me there for explaining you guys how to make the eggs. Now you've made the eggs, you need to send them to me. So you need to email them to me because I've had in the past, I've said send it to me over Skype if you can, but I just want them all over email, please. Please don't send any on Skype because otherwise that gets confusing, 2 different sources and whatnot. So please email them to me with the email address that's about to be shown on screen now, which is TheOneIntegral@gmail.com. Please be sure to spell my name right, TheOneIntegral, not TheOneIntegral, whatever, however you want to misspell it. Please make sure you spell it right when you send it to me, otherwise I won't get your eggs and they won't be you know, used in the Egglocke, and they won't have the chance of being hatched. So please make sure you send them to the right address. Add them as an attachment. Please clearly label you know, Pokémon Diamond Egglocke in the subject. Pokémon Diamond Egglocke eggs, Pokémon Diamond Egglocke submission, anything like that, as long as I can tell from the subject name what the email is about, because I don't really want to be opening emails that have no subject. So, and then just put in the body, you know, hello, these are my eggs, sort of thing. Don't just throw your eggs at me. I'd like to actually have some sort of mini interaction, okay? So that pretty much sums it up for the video, guys. If you have any questions about the Pokegen process and how to make eggs, please leave me a comment down below or tweet at me on Twitter, and I can try and help you best I can and sort of, you know, I guess help you out. And if you have any problems with Pokegen sending me eggs, let me know. Hopefully you guys are, you know, pumped to send me eggs. In terms of how many eggs you can actually send me, you can send me as many as you want, except if someone sends 20 and then my PC box ends up getting full, I might end up, you know, the people that send more in might get some taken off. So you send more than 1 by all means. I don't mind how many you send. It's just eventually if we get too many, then the people that, you know, send too many might end up getting just a few lost off. So at least 1 or 2 of everyone's eggs will get in the ROM and whatnot. But, you know, feel free to send more if you want. I don't mind too much. So, as I said, guys, thank you for watching. Any help needed, let me know down in the comment section below. Apart from that, guys, hopefully you're pumped for this Egglocke. I certainly am. I guess I'll be seeing you then when it starts. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, my friends.